Our client is the Austin Independent School District. The Austin ISD has over 130 facilities that they own and operate across the city of Austin. That includes elementary, middle school, high school, so it's K through 12 district. A majority of their facilities were built over 50 years ago, so they need some help. So Austin ISD started asking citizens for these larger bonds than they traditionally went out to ask for. Historically, their bonds were smaller amounts to get money for maintenance and deficiencies. And then maybe here and there, maybe their 2013 bond, for example, had a couple of projects that were brand new schools. It wasn't until their 2017 bond that passed in November of 2017 that they asked citizens for over $1 billion. And at that point in time, it was the largest bond passed in Central Texas history. That's where our team came in, and that was the first bond that we helped manage. So we of that bond, we helped manage over $750 million around 18 projects. Um, and then in this bond, that one was super successful. They went to ask the citizens again for double that amount and hitting their, yet another historical milestone of passing the largest bond in Central Texas history with the $2.4 billion. And the majority of our projects, this time we have around 25, and in both cases, majority of those projects are either majority are a tear down rebuild, like brand new. We need a brand new elementary school. There's a lot of planning that goes into prior to asking citizens to pass a bond. In the 2017 bond, our team helped with that. That's a facility condition assessment and an educational suitability assessment. So a lot of surveys are done um, over a year or so, or however long it takes to gather all the data. What is the current condition of each of the facilities, and when all of that information is put together, the result is that we as a district, probably need around $5 billion to do all this work, but we're going to prioritize which campuses need the most urgent work, and then they go through a process with other consultants to determine what amount can we reasonably ask our citizens to pass. And so for us, that results in we have a lot of elementary schools that need to be, again, just completely tore down. Maybe in some cases, it might be the survey results of the facility condition assessment that, you know, no matter how much you try to maintain or do deficiency upgrades, it's just not where it needs to be. You need a brand new facility. Sometimes it's educational suitability assessment. Maybe that facility still has, 10 to 15 more years for the most part, but the way that it was designed 50 years ago is not suitable for students and staff today. It doesn't follow the educational specifications and the size of classrooms, for example, or the size of a kitchen. So that educational suitability assessment grade combined with the facility condition assessment equals this school needs to be prioritized and essentially demolished and rebuilt. And in like lesser cases, more so in the 2017 bond, there was, a greenfield site. The district purchased, new property, and they needed an additional school. Um, if you've been to Austin, it's I think well known, but it's not a super large city. So being a district for the city, you're kinda landlocked, right? Like, the district is only within, certain boundary. So, it's not too much of maybe, like, a newer outside town or city where they're buying more property to build more schools. In this case, they have to be creative with the property that they own. And I need to double check this stat, but they're either the largest or second largest owner of real estate within the city of Austin, the Austin Independent School District. So they're not. necessarily looking to sell property to get funds to, improve their schools. They want to retain their property and ask voters for bond funds to help improve the schools.